Hello, class. For week 6, module 6 already, we're going to talk about identifying recruits. Now that we've done the job analysis and talked about that, the next thing we're going to do is identify how we recruit people to the job description that we're going to write. Now, what we are going to do tomorrow night is we're going to actually do an analysis on a job that I am going to be looking for to fill, and as you probably know, that job is going to be a VP of marketing, okay? And this is going to be a real niche because we want to make sure that the person that we hire is going to be the right person. We're going to be researching all of the elements that we need, and that will be our workshop of putting this analysis together, what it should look like, and where we're going to go from there. Now, I believe that Kelly was nice enough to put everything up there for me, and certainly I posted it on Blackboard for this job. And now I want to talk about the theory, all right, the actual chapter 6 about how to get the best recruit. That's going to be fun when we start doing the interview. So let's talk about that a little bit. The learning objectives and the learning outcomes of Chapter 6 are going to be describe the role of sourcing in the staffing process and explain what makes one recruiting source more effective than another. And then list alternative recruiting sources and then match them with specific jobs. Now, ultimately, the fourth objective is going to be how do we create a sourcing plan, an actual sourcing plan, and then explain how to best source non-traditional applicant pools. And then finally, explain the role geographic targeting plays in the sourcing process. So, I'll go through this theory tomorrow night, but the thing is that when we talk about sourcing, it's basically done to identify and locate high potential people who will later be recruited to the organization. So, the quality and quantity of a company's new hires and the firm's return on investment, the ROI that we talked about so often, is going to be affected by its sourcing decisions. So we know that recruiting sources differ in so many dimensions. You know, I mean, it's expensive to hire someone, even if we put an ad in the paper, or we just network. It takes time, it takes energy, and even if you hire in a high-profile job, if you hire a sourcing firm, they're going to charge you a lot of money and get a certain percentage of their salary. So there are different recruiting sources, different ways to identify talent management, but ultimately it's our decision in the final hire. So that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow night. Traditional and non-traditional applicant pools, staffing goals, what do we need to get the right person. So it's going to be an integration of theory and workshop, and I look forward to tomorrow night's class. Okay? If you don't have the PowerPoints for 6, I will put them up there on this site, this module, just to be sure. Okay, see you tomorrow night.